Sports Illustrated recently put out a article ranking the best head coach quarterback combos. And the Niners were not as high as maybe you would expect. Coach has the ranking and is going to share that with you.
All right. So you want to hear the top 10?
I would love to.
All right. So obviously, top 10 is Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes.
Sure.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that. Like, you understand it's the Kansas City Chiefs. They won the Super Bowl. Number 2.
It's one of the greatest head coach quarterback combos of all time. All right. Enough.
Is what it is, man. Right?
Yeah.
Number 2, John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson. I don't have a problem with that.
No, I don't have a problem with it either.
Hold on. Now, wait a minute. Okay.
They're both definitely top 5 in their field for sure.
My only thing is production. What have they actually done? Now, me and Jesse did this topic, but it was future-proofing 5 years ahead, right?
Yeah, you could really argue that the people who rank third should be second because the people who rank third won a Super Bowl together.
Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford are number 3.
Yeah, they did it. Harbaugh and Lamar have a whole lot to prove in the playoffs. Like everything.
Right.
They haven't even gone to the Super Bowl.
Right. So 4.
Okay.
4, CJ Stroud and DeMeco
like
Ryan.
Harbaugh and Lamar haven't even made it as far as Kyle and Jimmy made it. Kyle and Brock.
I think that's a little too bad. Yeah, doth protest too much.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A little too much. But 4, CJ Stroud and DeMeco Ryans.
That's an irresponsible ranking. It's been 1 year.
That's a little bit much.
4?
Yeah, 4. All right, so.
That's a projection.
Yeah.
Did they win a playoff game?
Yeah, they beat the Browns, I think. Didn't they beat the Browns?
Okay, yeah, you're right. They beat the Browns, and then they got the brakes beaten off them in the next game.
Yeah, then they got they lost to the Ravens. I don't think they got dogged by the Ravens though, but I do believe that I love CJ Stroud, and I got shamed into understanding I would take CJ Stroud over Brock Purdy, but at the same time, I would take CJ Stroud over Brock Purdy to start a team. But as far as a tandem is concerned, Brock Purdy and his coach have done more than what DeMeco Ryans and CJ Stroud have done. Number 5, this is another future-proofing pick, Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love. At number 5, how do you feel about that? With knowing that DeMeco Ryans,
I kind of like it better. I think they should be above DeMeco and CJ because LaFleur's done it a little bit longer. He's on his second quarterback. He had to put in a lot of time to develop Jordan Love. I feel like I would just swap them and put the Texans one behind the Packers instead of vice versa.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know why. I just feel like it took them so long to develop Jordan Love, and then it worked out. It's like that speaks well to LaFleur. Like he did that. Whereas DeMeco didn't develop CJ Stroud. He's a defensive coach, and the Panthers messed up big time, and he kind of lucked out.
He lucked out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you want to look at that the same way, speaking of lucking out, all right. Number 6, Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert.
This is another projection, but I get it because I would consider Jim Harbaugh like a top 5 coach right now. He might even be better than his brother. And Justin Herbert, I do think is underrated. Like he had to play for Brandon Staley. That's messed up. That's messed up.
There isn't anybody that you haven't said doesn't belong here right now. Okay,
no. I think it's fair. It's fair so far.
Okay, all right.
And it's crazy because some of these guys haven't really done it that long, and they're ranked ahead of.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. Is that these guys are so high, but I'm looking at what's actually been proven, and it's really not much.
Yeah, because we're real tough on Kyle for having not,
think about that. That's the point right now.
Completed the final stage, but yeah.
Number 7, Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow. With the season that they just had. And there's 7.
I mean, Zach Taylor did do a good job with Jake Browning. I mean, he gets credit for that. Like, Zach Taylor seems like a good coach, frankly. And Joe Burrow is an excellent quarterback, but he gets hurt all the time.
And you believe that DeMeco Ryans and CJ Stroud, along with Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love, deserve to be over a coach that actually went to the Super Bowl with Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
No, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I that was a yeah, like, yeah, that's a good point.
That's nuts. Telling you. 8.
Okay.
Sean McDermott and Josh Allen. I don't even think they deserve to be up here.
I feel like Sean McDermott should have gotten fired 3 years ago. I can't believe he's still the coach there.
Enough already.
You've been there forever. It's never going to happen for you.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
Defensive head coach wasting Josh. Dude, this is nothing but Ron Rivera and Cam Newton redux. That's what
agree. I completely agree. Yep, I don't like this one.
All right. And 9, Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy. Before you give your opinion,
I bet if you look closely at the rankings, it's because Kyle's like 4 or 5 as a head coach and Brock's like 14 or something as a quarterback, which kind of annoys me because I just think that Brock's better at his job than Kyle is, but that's neither here nor there. This seems kind of fair.
They put around it.
Seems kind of fair.
This is the write-up they put around it. Purdy is probably right where he belongs. The 49ers will soon tell us their opinion of the former Mr. Irrelevant, with Purdy being with the Purdy extension being eligible after the 2024 campaign. Meanwhile, he will try to put together another quality year while Shanahan attempts to win yet another Super Bowl. The only thing he hasn't accomplished as a coordinator or a coach. They're holding the Super Bowl against him. That's what this is, right? And then for 10, I don't even think 10, Dan Campbell and Jared Goff. That's the top 10.
Yeah. I love how people frame it with Kyle like, oh man, he's done everything you could ask except the hardest thing. It's like, yeah, that's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is when he's had the best roster in football, he choked. That's the other way. So I don't know which is the truth, but it depends on how you look at it. It's not like he's over here coaching like the bad news Bears. He's got the team and he can't close the deal.
Well, the biggest thing with Kyle right now is figuring out how to repurpose his offense, because I feel like everybody knows it now. At this stage, it's not even about like, when's the last time we've seen like, man, that was an amazing play from Kyle. Now it's really the players on the field. Like, I feel like he's almost getting a little cornered. He's getting pigeonholed in a sense.
Yeah, many teams run his system.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you've seen like it's so predicated on that shift and that motion. But if you can sort of blow it up with late simulated pressure, Niners don't pick it up that well. You got to be aggressive. You can't sit back and let the Niners dictate to you on offense. But if you bring pressure, they have a tough time picking it up.
Yeah, if you let them dictate to you, it's going to be a long day. But if you kind of break things, blow through lines, like
disguise it,
attack that offensive line.
Yeah, really attack their protection schemes.
Yep. Right.
Yep.
So
because they don't really reset their protection schemes that well. It's on the center. He did an awful job in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And I'll also say with the Chiefs, man, I understand that they had Patrick Mahomes, and I get that, full stop. But the Chiefs won their Super Bowl with their defense.
That's crazy. It's true.
And I don't think people really want to realize that. Like, I know Patrick Mahomes, we talk about Patrick Mahomes and Brock Purdy and everything, but if you look at this game, we held them to 22 points. Our defense did our job. And they did not beat us with Patrick Mahomes. They beat us with their defense. That was a defensive win. That was a down year for the Chiefs, and they won with their defense. I know it's disguised because they got Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and all of that shit, but the truth of the matter is that they won on a down year with pretty much one of the best defenses in the league. And when we had the best defense in the league, we couldn't get it done. So again, it all comes back to coaching.